Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I know that all my videos are filmed like in front of this couch, but I feel like I don't know where else to film them where it doesn't look like a kitchen or like a bathroom, so this is gonna have to do for now, guys. Anyway, this video is going to be the how I told my boyfriend and my family that I was pregnant. So yeah, if you want to hear about that story, then keep watching. So the way I found out I was pregnant was actually like super random. So I should go back, I guess, to like how I got pregnant. I mean, I know how I got pregnant, but I was on the pill for years and years since I was like 16 years old, for like my skin, and then, you know, obviously for whatever else, not to get pregnant. But it had really started affecting my like moods and stuff, and I'd gone to the doctors a couple of times and they had said to me that it could be the pill causing, because I'd changed pills. I got really bad cystic acne around here, probably the end of 2016, and they said it could be the pill, let's change the pill. And then when I changed the pill, it made my moods go cuckoo. So they pretty much said to me, like, do you want to try the Mirena, which is pretty much like the rod that they put in your arm, except they put it in your uterus, so the hormones are just staying within your uterus and not going like through your entire body like when you have the pill or like when you have the rod. So I was like, yeah, that sounds like a really good idea. Obviously for them to do this, they need to be 100% sure that you're not pregnant, or there's no chance of you getting pregnant. So what they do is they make you stop taking the pill or whatever, get a period, and then once you get your period, they will put it in, because obviously if you've got your period, like, there's no baby in there. So yeah, obviously in this amount of time, like, I had stopped taking the pill. So the reason that I found out I was pregnant is because I was the kind of person that when I was on the pill, if I had like gone out or like done something and just forgotten to take it for like one day, I would literally get my period. So there was like sometimes where I'd like get my period, keep taking the pill, and then like I'd miss a day and I'd get my period again. So I got it really quickly. So anyway, when they told me this, they're like, hey, well, you need to stop taking the pill, then you can get your period, we can make sure you're not pregnant, and then we can put it in. So I stopped taking it, and like a week went and I just kind of thought, okay, this is a bit weird. And then like 2 weeks went and I was like, okay, this is really bizarre, because I usually stop taking the pill and then like get it straight away for like a day, and it'd be like 2 weeks and there was nothing, no pains, nothing. And I was like, could I be pregnant? But like I'd been taking the pill. Mind you, I had not been taking it like same time every day. I was a bit stupid, obviously. And I'd also been on antibiotics. So I knew that if you take antibiotics that it can affect the pill. So obviously when I was on the antibiotics, I did not take any sex. I did not have sex at all. Not realizing that once you come off the antibiotics, it actually takes a month for your pill to kick back in. So I thought I was all, you know, like, okay, I'm on the antibiotics for a week, like I'm just gonna, you know, play it safe, and then once I'm off the antibiotics, like keep taking the pill, it'll be fine. Maybe not. So yeah, that is how I ended up getting pregnant. Girls, be careful. If you take antibiotics, your pill does not work straight away after. Be careful. Anyway, so yeah, I'd stopped taking the pill, didn't get my period. My sister was going to Japan, so we were having a few wines at home. I was living back at home at this point. I'd been home for about a month. And in my drawer, I knew that I had a pregnancy test from like 2 years ago. And it just, I'd had a few wines, I'd gone to bed, and I just thought, I've got a pregnancy test in my drawer, like I should just do it. But then I was like, it's pretty late, like I can't be bothered. So the next morning I was kind of getting ready for work. It was a Friday. And I remember it just kept playing on my mind, like I don't have any period pains, like it's been like nearly 3 weeks, like I should have a period. And I was like, okay, I'll just do the pregnancy test. And it was one of those first response ones that has like the pink lines. And yeah, so I did it, and it came back just positive within like seconds. And I just sat there like, oh my God, like, oh my God. Then I kind of thought to myself, this is like 2 years old, it's probably broken. So I went to the shop on the way to work and to a public toilet and did another 3. So I done 4, and they all just instantly positive, like, and I just was in shock. I remember I was driving to work and I was trying to call Elliot, who is Sunny's dad, And I was trying to call him. He was at work, I'm pretty sure, because he's a tradesperson, so he starts earlier than, you know, normal 9 to 5. I think he started at like 6 or something. And he was like, I'm at work, I can't answer. I'm like, no, you need to answer. And he's like, I can't. And I knew I couldn't go to work and just like have that, knowing that, and not telling him, because I just went into full panic mode. Plus I knew I had to go to VCAT as well for work, which is a real estate thing, which I was already nervous about. So I was just like sweating on the way to work, just like, this is just too much. I'd also called a girlfriend and told her, because Elliot wasn't answering and I had to tell someone because I just was gonna explode. So I ended up texting him. I literally just texted him saying I'm pregnant, and there was just no response. And I was like, oh my God, like he's probably just like fallen off a ladder or something, just complete shock. And then he replied being like, what do you mean? And I was like, I mean, I'm pregnant, like, I don't know how else to say it. And he's like, are you sure? Like, I'm like, I've done 4 tests, like, I'm sure. He's like, okay, you need to go to the doctor, blah, 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 blah. So that's pretty much how I told Elliot. I ended up going to the doctors that day at work on my lunch break, getting a blood test, which was like 100% like, you're pregnant. And then, yeah, we obviously had a long chat because it was quite a surprise. But I mean, from the beginning, it was always going to be, yep, like, I'm having this baby, and, you know, we're going to get through this, and, you know, so that's that story. Best surprise that has ever happened to me, 100%. Anyway, so then I found it in the end of May, and I was about 6 or 7, 8, I think it was like 7.5 weeks pregnant at that point. So then it had to be like, I had to tell my parents, and Elliot had to tell his parents. So I didn't tell my parents till July, so May, June, July, so another 2-ish months. I had told my sister when she was just back from Japan. I think I'd messaged her on Facebook, just being like, because I was just too nervous to tell everyone. I don't know why. I don't know. I guess I didn't know what people's reactions were going to be, and that made me really nervous, especially because like I don't know, it was such a scary thing for me, let alone to worry about like what other people were going to think. But lucky I've got a really supportive family and friends, but you know. So I was living at home, as I said, and I now know that my parents actually suspected it, because I remember there was like a long weekend that like all my friends were out. My sister was out, Elliot was out, like all my friends went into this like day party thing, and like I was at home, and I like went for a walk with my parents to like walk the dog, and like I went out for lunch with them, and my mum's like, are you okay? Like, why aren't you with all your friends? Like why are you walking with us? Do you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, you know, I'm just trying to be healthy, I'm just trying to, you know. And I was like a smoker. I used to smoke quite a bit before I was pregnant, and I'd like stop smoking. They'd be like, oh, have you quit smoking? Like, that's good. And I was like, yeah, you know, just being really healthy. And like, yeah, so they kind of were picking up on it. And then I was still so nervous to tell them though. And I remember one night, my sister was like, look, when are you gonna tell them? Like, you've known for like 4 months now, and like you're halfway and you haven't told them yet. You haven't told anyone yet. So I was like, okay, yeah, I've got to tell them. Plus I had to tell my work, and I work in the same real estate company as my dad, but I worked in Albert Park and he worked in the Cheltenham office. So I was worried that if I told people at my work that maybe it would get back to my dad, not via me, and I obviously wanted to be the one to tell them because it's exciting news, and they'd just be so cut if they like heard it through the grapevine. So I was like, okay, I need to tell them. And I remember my sister just came out and was like, Mum, Lara's got something to tell you. And I was like, oh my God. And Mum's like just in the kitchen, just like chopping vegetables casually, like, oh, you know. And I was just like, I'm pregnant, and just like walked away because I was just like, I don't know what. I was so nervous. So yeah, I was just like, I'm pregnant. And she was like, what do you mean? And she's like, I knew it. And I'm like, how? And then she explained to me, you know, because I was just being so like healthy, and it was kind of a bit of a shock at first. And then after like 10 minutes, she was like, oh my God, like you're having a baby. She was so excited. And then my dad came home and she was like, oh my God, Simon, Lara got so excited. So it was always a really positive thing, which is awesome. Everyone was like excited from the get-go. My sister was excited to be an auntie. Like it was just everyone was as excited as I was, which made me really happy because I was so excited and I wanted to be able to share that with my family and my friends and everyone. So I was really hoping that that would be the outcome, and it was, thank goodness. And then Elliot actually waited maybe another month to tell his parents, and I think, yeah, they were just as supportive as well. So yeah, we've been really lucky in that we've got a really good network of just family and friends, and everyone was just really excited. But yeah, so that's the story of how I told my boyfriend and my family that I was pregnant. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to push the like button and subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment down below of any video suggestions that you would like for me to make, and I'll get onto it for you. Thank you, bye.